Hello Royals, and welcome to the first episode of Path to Kingdom. I'm Jack Ekermawi. I'm a confidence and empowerment coach, and I wanted to create this series because with the COVID that attacked everyone, attacked our world, some people were really suffering as a result. They suffered with anxiety, depression, and I wanted to create something that would add value, where a series where people would go and listen to it, and in the end of it they will come out able to create their dreams, able to feel much better about themselves and their environment. So let me just tell you a little bit about Path to Kingdom. We all have dreams, we all have aspirations, and these can be a great tool to move us forward. They're like the carrot that can keep us moving forward. However, if it was this easy, then everyone would have created their own dreams. But it's not the case. Why can't we get our own dreams? Why can't we do what we want to do? What we said every single night: tomorrow I'm gonna start this, and one day I'm gonna do this, and one day I'm gonna be that. The problem with dreams is that it's not just, oh, I have a dream and I'm not gonna get it, then I'm okay the way I am. People can do this and maybe they can cruise in life and they can be okay, but it's not. When you have a desire and we have a dream and we have an aspiration, and we don't move towards it, it creates a problem. It creates a kind of a backlash, a counter problem, where we start to feel incapable, we start to feel confused, weak, and anxious, and sometimes depressed, because we want something and other people supposedly are getting it, but we in particular can't. And that's a very scary thought. And that's one of the reasons that made me go into confidence and empowerment coaching. So why can't we get our dreams when others can? In this series, I will go through some methodologies that some successful people, many successful people, do around the world that will allow them not only to get the dream, but to become like a lifestyle. I want, I get. But how can that be? And in this series, I'm going to talk to you about a few steps. In Path to Kingdom, we talk about a clarification of some of the methodologies that we have been programmed with as we grew up. And these programs, they become the hurdle between us and really getting the life that we want. I'll give you an example. We're born as a soul or as a self, and this is where life is. And we want to live that life. We want to drink it. We want to dance with it. We want to absorb it. We want to just be with it. But then as we grow up, then all these rules that society and sometimes people that really care about us put in between. If you want to be happy, you should do this. You should walk like that. You should look like this. And all rules and rules and rules. And then we become adults, and all of a sudden, here we are. Here's life, and we should be capable, but somehow we're trying to reach it, and there's a block in between that we can't really identify. And one of the reasons is because we have been taught to think in a way that does not empower us. And this could be in many ways. I'll give you an example. If I want to go to a park, I first decide my outcome. I want to be in a park because I want to feel relaxed. I want to chill. I want to play my guitar. I want to meet my friends. I want to feel happy. I want to heal. I want to just de-stress. So I've decided I want to go to Walpole Park, which is nearby, and I love that park. And I decided why I want to go there. And then I tell my brain, and my brain goes and finds me the directions there. So I found the destination. I found why, and I tell my brain, go there, and it goes there. We can do this when it comes to going to a physical place, a tangible place that we can see. Most of us can do this. However, that's not how we do with our dreams, unfortunately. Most of us, when we want to dream, we go like this. I want to go somewhere where I feel happy and I feel something good and it's something better than now, and I have more money than now, and I have better relationships than I do now. Okay, go. And the brain says, well, where? Where's the destination? Just go. Like, I just want something better. Just go. Go, go. And there are two options that happen. One, our brain can go and start, okay, just doing things like in a manic state, just work. If I'm working, that means I'm moving somewhere. And what happens is, and what happened in my life, I did this lifestyle. I got and I built the company. I had the house, I had the family, I had the power, I had the friends, the influence, but there wasn't any clear way of how to incorporate this into a life of fulfillment. So I got them, but I wasn't the person who's able to hold on to them and really enjoy them. And I've lost them again. I sabotaged it over and again and over and again. And most people in their life do go through this cycle. There's another way that our brain reacts. It just shuts down. It can't move because we're saying, go, you loser, we push on it, and the freaking thing cannot go because it doesn't have a clear destination. It can lock down. It becomes very cloudy. It becomes very tired. It's just trying to think, trying to figure out a solution for you, but it doesn't know where. So the first step we say in Path to Kingdom is clarify the kingdom, clarify the destination. Keith Cunningham, one of my favorite business speakers, says, if you don't have a clear target, you're gonna miss every single time. And it's true. So what do? We clarify the target in the Path to Kingdom, and we're gonna take you through some exercises that allow you to clarify that dream that is buried under all these rules and programs and misconceptions and limiting beliefs. That is a key word, limiting beliefs about what is possible. And the second thing that we do, we ask ourselves, why do we want that particular dream? And I gave that example in the park because if your brain doesn't know why, then it doesn't have a fuel. Your why is always going to be the fuel to get somewhere. So we say to the brain, I want to go to a park because I want to feel happy. The brain recognizes happiness, so whoop, it fires on. I want to meditate, or I want to play guitar. I love my guitar. As soon as I put this into my brain, my why, all of a sudden I have a fuel. Imagine it to be the other way around. Imagine that someone else told me to go to a park, and I said to them, okay, why do you want me to go there? Just do it. But why? Just do it. Let's say that person is a boss of mine. I don't have a boss, but let's say I have a boss and they tell me, go to a park. My journey to the park, I'm the same person, it's the same environment, the same weather, the same exact park, and maybe the same exact spot. But the experience is very different. I'm dragging myself there. So when I hear a lot of people think about, say, oh, I'm lazy or I'm a procrastinator, I often think that they did not connect a clear target with the why that is really within them. A good why that allows them to fire up and go forward without having to push all the time. And if you don't, then all of a sudden there's something else within you that has more power than your why. And these are your limiting beliefs. So what happens is, we want to be happier, we want to grow, it's programmed within us, and it's like almost cycling, but with the brakes held on. Because there's a lot of fear, a lot of fogginess. Our brain does not want to go into the unknown. These are the first couple of steps. There's another step of we decide who is that person who's going to go to the park. And finally, we decide on the map. A lot of people I hear in my clients, they say, I feel I don't have direction in my life. And let me say this. You can only get direction when you have a destination. So I'm going to leave you this with the first episode. Please sit with yourself. It's not going to come unless you just sit and clarify yourself. Just clear your schedule for half an hour just for you. Treat you well. Sit there and take a few deep breaths and just think, okay, what do I want? And in this exercise, I'll tell you this. In order to go, don't go and think of how before you decide the destination. Because the how will stand in your way every single time. If I don't say to my brain which park to go, and I say, hey, find me the direction to a park, my brain is going to go berserk. It's going to overwork and it's going to stop. And the reason is because unless you have a destination, you cannot get direction. So what I would say, sit down, take a deep breath, calm yourself a little bit, and then think, what if you had a magic wand that you say, abracadabra, and it took you a year from now or 6 months from now, whatever you decide. I like to start with a year because it's kind of not too long like 10 years and not too short like in a day. Oh, I have to do so much. A year, there's so much we can start to work and get prepared in order to get the life that we want. So what I would suggest, you have a magic wand, and that magic wand will give you everything that is possible within a year. If someone in the world can do it, so can you. Abracadabra. What does that life look like? And let's go into detail. We're not going to say I want more money, how much money I want. I don't want to say I want a better relationship. What does that relationship look like? Does it have respect? Does it have joy? Does it have mutual trust? Does it have passion? Does it have a lot of passionate sex? Does it have adventure? Like, decide what makes something something. If something is good, what are the rules that make this good? If something I don't want, okay, I don't want it. Now we go and decide what kind of house I want. The environment is extremely important. What kind of body do I want? This is my temple. If I'm not happy about my body, then I need to decide, okay, if I had this magic wand and I was able to change my body within a year, what would my body look like? What weight will it have? Exactly. What shape will I look? What kind of reaction am I getting from myself when I look at myself in the mirror? And what reactions do I want from people when they look at my body? This is something I want to decide if this is, because this is important for me. I want myself to look in a certain way because I have this life and I want to live it to the full. I have a vehicle and I want my body to be like a very fancy car. I don't want it to be a crackling Lada. I don't know if you ever remember Lada cars, those very old Russian cars. So I want my McLaren, my Maserati to be top notch because that means I'm going to enjoy my life in a certain way. What else do I want? Certain friendships. I want friendships in my life that will enrich my life and I enrich theirs. So these are all part of my kingdom. I want to be able to have certain information, certain level of knowledge, certain ability to add value to the people I sit with. So when I sit with my friends, when I sit with my children, when I sit with someone who is homeless, what kind of value am I adding to that person? Now, before I wanted to add value, but I didn't know what it looked like until I sat with myself and really thought about what that looked like. And then my brain, this machine that is the most advanced computer in the universe known to man to date, can start to do the work for you. But first, clarify it in detail and dare to dream. One of my favorite quotes is Tony Robbins often says, our greatest fear is not that we are not capable, is that we are capable beyond our imagination. Now, that is a beautiful fear. We adopt it, we dance with it, and we say, I am capable. All I need to do is realize that. All I need to do is start to live it. We'll put a link for the website. We'll put also register, please, and give us your email, and we'll send you a tool where you can sit with yourself, a PDF tool where you can sit with yourself and answer some questions that will allow you to clarify your vision. The one thing I want to add here, once you clarify your vision, understand this, that there are millions and millions of people who have made their dreams come true. It is possible. Just as it is possible for them, it's possible for you. Just it is possible for anyone. It is possible for you. When you go and try to imagine vividly, in detail, what that kingdom looked like, remember this. All we need to do right now is we create a kingdom, and instead of us investing in the kingdom, here's a trick. We invest in the king or the queen that's able to have that kingdom and keep it. One of my absolute favorite quotes, and you're going to hear me say this over and again, become a king and the kingdom will follow. And here's my top favorite quote. This is the one that I have in my bedroom. I look at it almost every day. It's in my heart. It guided my life. It allowed me to survive so many death attempts at my life. It allowed me to survive torture in prison. It allowed me to survive poverty. It allowed me to survive homelessness. It allowed me to survive so much. And it is this. What do you gain if you win the world and lose yourself? And this is a biblical verse, actually. And I like when I turn it around. How much do you gain if you win yourself? How much of the world do you gain when you actually win yourself? So here's the principle. We clarify the vision for the kingdom. Now it's clear for us. We know how we're going to feel there. We know why we want it. And now we go, instead of investing in the kingdom, we invest in the person who's able to create that kingdom, number one. And two, very importantly, keep it. Not create it and sabotage it. Not create it and run away from it. Not create it and lose it due to mismanagement and whatever. We want to create a kingdom and keep it. And the principle is always invest in yourself. And good on you. You are already doing this. I really encourage you to just pat yourself on the back. By you watching this video or listening to this podcast, you're already taking the time, valuable time out of your life to invest it in something that could really create amazing things for you. Remember, by you investing in you, whether the result comes immediately or with a bit of lag, you're gonna always reap the results. If you don't invest in yourself and you go instead invest in other people that could hopefully create feelings within you and in objects that will hopefully create feelings within you, it's not gonna work. It doesn't work. It can last only for a very short time. And it's even not fair. Imagine a dependent relationship where one goes and finds the woman of his dreams because she's gonna create security for him, or he's gonna make her feel like she is amazing and beautiful. That's not a fair burden to put on anyone. If I want a relationship where I feel secure, where I feel masculine, where I feel amazing, then I create that within me. I invest that within me. And then the relationship that can support that and enrich that comes along. If a relationship or a friendship come that stand in the way of that, then I wish them all the best and ask them to leave out of my way, to get out of my way. Because my mission in my life is to live fully. I only have one life. I don't have any more. I really don't. I have one life on this planet. And if I don't make it count the first time, there's no other time. And there are millions and millions who somehow lied to themselves that, things are going to happen for me if I just do what I'm doing. But it's not the case. Jim Rohn often says, if you want a life that is more than the one that you currently have, then you need to be more than you already are. Because it follows that if you do not become more than you already are, your life is not going to be any different. I want to leave you with this. We're going to build on it bit by bit. And the outcome out of the series is that by the end of the series, that you're going to have a life that you really want. You're on a path where yes, when we create Path to Kingdom, here's a secret about it. The kingdom, we don't become fulfilled when we actually reach a destination. No. The kingdom is in the path itself. When you clarify when you want it, what you want, as soon as you start on the path, this is when you become fulfilled, and this is when you become happiness. This is statistically in psychology, when we talk about happiness, most people are happy when they are moving towards a target that they want, and they know that somehow they're going to get there. This is true happiness. I wish you true happiness. I thank you again for your time, and I'm honored that you've decided to invest in yourself with me here. I would be honored to be your guide and guide you to your dreams. This is my mission in my life. Just as others guided me into my own life of miracles, I want to do the same for you. I wish you a great day. Until next episode, stay royal.